Hello everyone, welcome back to Commercial World. Today we will learn third unit of International Business Environment, that is balance of payment. This includes meaning of BOP, that is balance of payment, its components, surplus, deficit and disequilibrium of BOP and many more. So let's start with the meaning first. Balance of payment is an accounting record of the transactions between the residents of one country and the residents of the rest of the world over a given period of time. Transactions in which domestic residents either purchase assets like goods and services from abroad or reduce foreign liabilities are considered uses of funds, that is, outflows, and because payments abroad must be made. Similarly, transactions in which domestic residents either sell assets to foreign residents or increase their liabilities to foreigners are sources of funds, that is, inflows, because payments from abroad are received. Thus, in a way, it resembles a company's sources and uses of funds statement. Balance of payment is considered with economic transactions. Five basic types of economic transactions may be distinguished. They are purchase and sales of goods and services against financial items, that is, the interchange of goods and services against claims and monetary gold. Second, barter, that is, the interchange of goods and services against other goods and services. Third, the interchange of financial items against other financial items. For example, sale of securities for money or the repayment of commercial debts in money. Fourth, the provisions or acquisitions of goods and services without requital, that is, grants in aid. Fifth and the last, the provision or acquisition of financial items without requital, that is, in payment of taxes or as a gift. Now come to balance of payment accounting. The balance of payment is a standard double entry accounting record and as such subject to all the rules of double entry bookkeeping. That is, for every transaction, two entries must be made, one credit and one debit, and leaving aside errors and omissions, the total of credit must exactly match the total of debit. That is, the balance of payment must always balance. Simple accounting rule followed in BOP are as following. All transactions which lead to an immediate or prospective payment from the rest of the world to the country should be recorded as credit. Hence, all payments received for export of goods and services, as also loans received from abroad or inward foreign investment, whether direct or portfolio, would be credit items. Conversely, all transactions which result in an actual or prospective payment from the country to the rest of the world should be recorded as debits. A transaction which results in an increase in demand for foreign exchange is to be recorded as debit entry, while a transaction which results in an increase in supply of foreign exchange is a credit entry. balance of payment has some components within it. BOP is a collection of accounts conventionally grouped into three main categories, or we can say subdivisions. They are the current account, capital account, and reserve account. Capital account, under this are included imports and exports of goods and services and unilateral transfers, which reflect government and private gifts and grants. The capital account, under this are grouped transactions leading to changes in foreign financial assets and liabilities of the country. The reserve account, in principle, this is not different from the capital account. It's as much as it relates to financial assets and liabilities. However, in this category, only reserve assets are included. These are the assets which the central bank of the country uses to settle the deficits and surpluses that arises in the other two categories. Let's first know the subdivision of current account. First, merchandise. Merchandise exports valued on free on board basis. On private and government account are the credit entries data for these items. Imports valued at CIF, that is cost, insurance and freight, are the debit entries. The difference between the total of credits and debits appear in the net column. This is the balance of merchandise trade account. If negative, there is deficit, and if positive, then it's a surplus. Second, non-monetary gold and movements. Gold is both a commodity and a financial asset. It is treated as a financial asset when it is held by the monetary authority, and monetization of gold refers to the transaction when the monetary authority acquires gold from residents and non-residents to add to reserves. Gold imported or exported by other agencies form a part of the merchandise trade account. Third, invisibles. Credits under invisibles consist of services rendered by residents to non-residents, like income earned by residents on their own ownership of foreign financial assets like interest, dividend, etc. Income earned from the use of non-residents of non-financial assets such as patents and copyrights owned by the residents. Moving on to the capital account. The account records the changes in the levels of international financial assets and liabilities. The various classifications within the capital account are private, banking, and officials. First, private capital flows. These flows consist of several types of transactions. Among them are long-term loans received by individuals and companies other than banking institutions, investment by foreigners in joint stock companies in India, repayment of long-term loans by non-resident obtained from resident. These are private capital flows. Next, banking. Capital movements in banking sector covers changes in foreign assets and liabilities of commercial banks, whether privately owned or government owned, and corporate banks. Assets consist of balances held by banks with their foreign branches or correspondent bank abroad. Liabilities consist of Indian banks' debit balances in their foreign accounts and credit balances held by non-resident banks and few other institutions with banks in India. Any increase in assets or decrease in liabilities will be a debit entry, while a decrease in assets or increase in liability a credit. Third, the official capital flows. This category covers transactions affecting foreign financial assets and liabilities of the Government of India and the Reserve Bank of India, excluding transactions relating to official reserve assets. While learning BOP, it's important to understand its deficit, surplus, and disequilibrium of BOP. BOP accounting is based on principles of double entry bookkeeping, meaning thereby that for every credit entry there is a debit entry. Thus, a BOP account always balances. The difference between aggregate debit and credit is called the balance. In case debit exceed credit, balance is negative or deficit. When the credits exceed debits, the balance is positive or surplus. Where value of exports exceed imports, the situation is referred as trade surplus or surplus on trade account, while excess of imports over exports result in trade deficit on trade account. A nation's balance of payment is said to be in equilibrium when it is neither drawing upon its international reserves to make excess payments nor accumulating such reserves as a result of its receipts. In other words, when a country is not able to pay for its imports or goods and services from its export earnings on accumulating reserves year after year, a disequilibrium is in balance of payment sets in. Like in every accounting, there are some factors that affect balance of payment accounting. These factors mainly affect the current account. They are: first, inflation. If a country's inflation rate increases relative to the countries with which it trades, its current account would be expected to decrease. Next, the national income. If a country's national income rises by a higher percentage than those of other countries, its current account is expected to decrease, other things being equal. Third, the government restrictions. If a country's government imposes a tax on imported goods that is often referred to as tariff, the prices of foreign goods to consumers effectively increases. An increase in price of imported goods relative to goods produced at home, means in India, will discourage imports and is expected to increase the current account balance. Last, the exchange rates. The values of most currencies can fluctuate over time because of market or government forces. If a country's current account balance decreases and other things being equal, goods exported by the country will become more expensive to the importing countries. If its currency strengthens as a consequence, the demand for such goods will decline. So let's sum up the whole unit. Balance of payment is an accounting record of the transactions between the residents of one country and the residents of the rest of the world over a given period of time. The balance of payment is a collection of accounts conveniently grouped into three main categories. These are current account, capital account, and the reserve account. Under current account, imports and exports of goods and services and unilateral transfer of funds are included. In the capital account, capital transactions leading to changes in the assets and liabilities of the country are included. The reserve account is concerned with the assets held by the central bank of the country, which are used to settle the deficits and surpluses that arises on the other two categories. Where the exports of merchandise exceeds its imports, the situation is referred to as trade surplus or surplus on trade account, while excess of imports over exports result in trade deficit. A nation's balance of payment accounts is said to be in disequilibrium when it is neither drawing upon its international reserves to make excess payments nor accumulating such reserves as a result of its receipts. And at last, inflation, national income, government restrictions, and exchange rates affect the balance of payment on current account. If you find today's video helpful, then please hit the like button and share it with your friends. Please subscribe my channel for more upcoming contents. You can also follow me on Instagram link given in the description box. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.